In this video, I'll show you how to tie a simple bracelet with a zigzag pattern. For this, you need a tape measure, scissors, a sticky tape or a safety pin, and pearl yarn in different colors. You need an even number of threads and 2 of each color. In this video, I knot a bracelet with 8 threads in 4 colors. For an 8-thread bracelet, each thread must be about 80 centimeters or 30 inches long. I use pearl cotton size 5, but you can use other yarn as well. Place the ends of the threads exactly on top of each other and knot them together at about 10 centimeters or 4 inches from their ends. Then tape your threads on a table at the height of the knot you just made. Place the threads in the order in which you want to have the zigzag pattern later. In the middle of the row, the colors of the threads are reflected. Now you start tying. You start with the thread on the far left. This is your active thread. You now tie forward knots in this color. Place a 4 over the next thread, go into the opening from the bottom and tighten the knot with the active thread. It is important that you tighten the knot only with the active thread. The other thread, the passive one, you simply pull in the direction of your own body. You always tie 2 knots per color. Then go to the next color with the active thread and tie 2 knots there again. Here you can see what happens when you tighten with the wrong thread. A knot forms in the wrong color. When you get to the middle, put down the active thread. Now the thread on the far right is your active thread. It has the same color as the active thread from just now. Now tie a backward knot with this thread. Place the thread in a side inverted 4 over the next thread, go into the opening from the bottom and tighten the knot with your active thread. Always tie 2 knots per color and then move on to the next thread. When you have also reached the middle with the second thread, knot the 2 active threads together with 2 forward knots. Now you have knotted the first zigzag. Continue with the thread that is now on the far left. Now I'll show you how to speed up the knotting. For the forward knot, hold the passive thread in your left hand and extend the index finger of your left hand. Then you can form the 4 with the right hand directly over the extended index finger. This way it goes much faster. For the backward knot, you can hold both threads with your left hand, the active thread between your index finger and thumb and the passive thread in the palm of your hand. With your right hand you can form the side inverted 4. Instead of taping the bracelet to a table, you can put a safety pin through the knot and tie the safety pin to your pants or another place. Continue knotting until your bracelet is long enough to fit around your wrist. At the end you can make a knot again with all the threads and cut off the threads after about 10 centimeters or 4 inches. You can make a wider friendship bracelet if you work with more threads. I made the left friendship bracelet with 10 threads, but then you would have to cut the threads a little bit longer, about 100 centimeters or 40 inches long.